Hello, my name is Anushka and today I'll explain my time series forecasting pipeline. So first I have installed all of the dependencies. My parameters are derived from my roll number. The window size has been calculated by the sum of all the digits of my roll number, mod 10 plus 8, and the rest of the calculations are shown here. Now moving to our create window function. So to feed the time series into a neural network, we first convert the continuous data into input-output pairs. So my function grabs a window of 13 time steps as the input. For example, it takes days 1 to 13 as input x and the day 14 as the target y. It then slides forward one step to take days 2 to 14, predicting the day 15. Now coming to the custom RNN cell, unlike the MLP baseline, which flattens the 13 days and loses all sequential order, my custom RNN processes the data step by step. At each time step, the input concatenates with a hidden state that acts as memory of previous days. We pass this through a linear layer and a TANH activation function, which keeps all the values from exploding to infinity as we loop. This updated hidden state carries over to the next step. This recurrent design is exactly why the RNN captures sequence dependencies so well. So for my ablation study, I tested window sizes of 6, 13 and 26 on the electricity dataset. The results clearly showed that my original window size of 13 performed the best, with a mean square error of 0.0105. When cut in half to 6, the model lagged enough historical context to map the repeating seasonal pattern, increasing the mean square error to 0.0176. When doubled to 26, the MSE worsened to 0.0212. This happens because a basic RNN suffers from the vanishing gradient problem over long sequences, making it harder to learn than with a medium-sized window. Looking at the performance on the electricity dataset, my custom RNN tracks the cyclical shape quite well, though it tends to underpredict the very sharpest peaks. Interestingly, the PyTorch, LSTM and transformer completely failed on this dataset, essentially drawing flat lines, likely because they require much larger datasets and more hyperparameter tuning to converge, whereas the simpler RNN caught the pattern quickly. On my second dataset, Apple stock prices, the models behave very differently. The custom RNN actually achieved the lowest MSE of 0.0007, closely tracking the actual values. However, financial data is highly noisy, so the model mostly learns to predict the previous day's close. In conclusion, my custom RNN works great for short-term seasonal data, but its main limitation is long-term memory. For sequences of hundreds of steps, a GRU, LSTM or a transformer would be better equipped to handle vanishing gradients provided they are tuned properly. Thanks for watching.